पावना हेतु तवावतारा पतित पावना हेतु तवावतारा मोक्षम पतिता प्रभु न पाइबे हा प्रभु नित्यानंद प्रेमानंद सुखे प्रभु नित्यानंद प्रेमानंद सुखे कृपावलोकना Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Puja ki jai. Namayo Krishna Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Hare Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Brahmana Rishi Hajas Thakur ki jai, Dev se Bhagavad Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasangan Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Masra Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Sham Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan ki jai, Radhika Dham ki jai, Daya Krishna ki jai, Jagannath ki jai, Darshan ki jai, Puja ki jai, Bhakti Devi Maharaj ki jai, Durga Mai Yamuna Mai ki jai, all the saints ki Hare Krishna, all the saints ki Hare Krishna, all the saints ki Hare Krishna, Govinda Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna, welcome everybody. Right. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Narayanam Namaskritya.
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य
Chaiva Narottamam.
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam.
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
ततो जयमुदीरयेत्।
ततो जयमुदीरयेत्।
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु
नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु
भागवता सेवया
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
भगवती उत्तमश्लोके
भगवति उत्तमश्लोके
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी।
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी।
Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 13, Text 23. नावद्येयः प्रजापालः
नावध्येयः प्रजापालः
प्रजाभिरगवानपि
प्रजाभिरगवानपि
यदसौ लोकपालानां
असो लोकपालानां
कर्त्योजः स्वतेजसा
विभक्त्योजस स्वतेजसा
नावद्येयः प्रजापालः
नावध्येय प्रजापालः
प्रजाभिरगवानपि
प्रजाभिरगवानपि
यदसौ लोकपालानां
यदसो लोकपालानां
कर्तुमजात्मतेजसा
विभक्त्योजः स्वतेजसा
नावद्येयः प्रजापालः
नावध्येय प्रजापालः
प्रजाभिरगवानपि
प्रजाभिरगवानपि
यदसौ लोकपालानां
यदसो लोकपालानां
कर्त्योजस्वतेजसा
विभक्त्योजः स्वतेजसा
Okay, devotees online can chant.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Then
नावद्येयः प्रजापालः प्रजाभिरगवानपि यदसौ लोकपालानां बिभर्ति ओजः स्वतेजसा. हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी.
हरे कृष्ण नवद्यः प्रजापालः प्रजाभिरग्वान् अपि यतस्य लोकपालानां बिभर्ति ओजस्व तेजसा. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु. थैंक यू प्रभु.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhamma Pranam. Navatyeyaः प्रजापालः प्रजाभिरगवानपि यदसौ लोकपालानां बिभर्त्योजः स्वतेजसा. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhamma Pranam.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी नवध्येयः प्रजापालः प्रजाभिरघवानपि यदासौ लोकपालानां बिभर्तो जः स तेजसा. हरे कृष्ण.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी नवद्येय प्रजापालः प्रजाभिरगवानपि यतसो लोकपालानां बिभर्त्योज स्वतेजसा. Thank you, Prabhu.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी नावध्ये प्रजापालाः प्रजाभिरगवानपि यदसौ लोकपालानां बिभर्त्यै ओजस्वतेजसा. हरे कृष्ण.
प्रजापालः प्रजाभिरगवानपि यदसौ लोकपालानां बिभर्ति स्वतेजसा. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी अवधेय प्रजापाला प्रजाभिरग्रामपि यदिशो लोकपालाना विभक्त योजस्व तेजसा. हरे कृष्ण.
No, never. Avadhyeyah, to be insulted.
Avadhyeyah, to be
To be
insulted.
insulted.
Prajapalaha, the king.
Prajapalaha the
Prajapalaha,
king.
the king.
Prajabihi, by the citizens.
Prajabhihi
Prajabihi,
by
by
the
the
citizens.
citizens.
Aghavan, ever sinful.
Agavan,
Agavan
ever
ever
sinful.
sinful.
Api, even though.
Api
Api,
even
even
though.
though.
Yat, because.
Yet
Yes
because.
because.
Asau, he.
Asau
Asau
he.
he.
Lokapalanam, of many kings.
Lokapalanam of
Lokapalanam of
many
many
kings.
kings.
Bibarti, maintains.
Liberty
Liberty
maintains.
maintains.
Ojaha, prowess.
Ojaha
Ojaha
prowess.
prowess.
Swatejasa, by personal influence.
Swatejasa,
Swatejasa
by
by personal
personal
influence.
influence.
Translation. It is the duty of all citizens in a state never to insult the king, even though he sometimes appears to have done something very sinful. Because of his prowess, the king is always more influential than all other ruling chiefs. It is the duty of all citizens
It is the
It is
duty
the
of all
duty of all
citizens
citizens
in a state
in
in
a
a state
state
never to insult the king,
never
never
to
to
insult
insult
the
the
king.
king,
even though
Even
even
though
though
he sometimes appears
he
he
sometimes
sometimes
appears
appears
to have done something very sinful.
to
to
have
have
done
done something
something
very
very
sinful.
sinful.
Because of his prowess,
Because of
Because
his
of his
prowess,
prowess,
the king is always
the
the
king
king is
is always
always
more influential
more
more
influential
influential
than all other ruling chiefs.
than
than
all
all other
other
ruling
ruling
chiefs.
chiefs.
Yes. Mataji, you can read. Supriti Mataji.
प्रभु जी. प्रभु जी, I'm not able to see the screen.
What happened? 1 minute.
YouTube link is open. Yes. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. According to Vedic civilization, the king is supposed to be the representative of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is called Narayana, indicating that Narayana, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, appears in human society as the king. Wait, that neither a Brahmana nor a Kshatriya king is ever insulted by the citizens. Even though a king appears to be sinful, the citizens should not insult him. But in the case of Veena, it appears that he was cursed by the Nara Devatas. Therefore, it was concluded that his sinful activities are very grievous. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, there is some
Hare Krishna.
background noise. Background noise, Prabhuji.
Yeah. ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नावध्येय प्रजापाल प्रजाभिरगवान यदसौ लोकपालानां बिभर्त्योज स्वतेजसा। It is duty of all citizens in a state never to insult the king, even though he sometimes appears to have done something very sinful. Because of his prowess, the king is always more influential than all other ruling chiefs. So we are hearing here Sri Vidura's questions to questioning Maitreya Rishi. So he's asking, how is it that in such a great dynasty, such a great personality, Maharaj Anga, there was this personality, King Vena, who was most sinful. And because of his activities, King Vena was cursed by the great sages, by the Brahmanas. So how is it that it happened like that? And he's also saying that generally, even suppose the king is sinful, it is said his king is sinful, still he is not to be insulted. So he's giving the general principle, the Vedas, that like we read in Bhagavad Gita also, we read the general principle. It is the etiquette not to general etiquette not to fight with the seniors. General etiquette. a younger personality always should be subservient, submissive to the elder personality. It's in general etiquette. General etiquette. So like that we are understanding here the etiquette that all the citizens, whoever the citizens of the state, so they should never insult the king. They should never insult the king. And not only about insulting, here it is said, it went to such an extent that the sages or the brahmanas were also the citizens, they cursed the king and the king had to die. So what was it? What prompted such an emergency? Such an emergency that the king was cursed to death. So otherwise it's a general etiquette that seniors, the juniors have to, many things seniors generally we can see, one is by age, one is by experience. It's not audible.
Yes, Prabhuji.
It's audible, okay. Now my voice is low, but here devotees are not able to hear here. Okay. So it's a general etiquette, general principle that juniors are submissive to the seniors. And in that dealing, actually, the whole thing becomes more nice. Even suppose there is sometimes some difficulty. So the attitude of humbleness, attitude of submissiveness, the attitude of cooperation, that makes the whole thing very nice. Over time it becomes very nice. So we have so many instances. Where here itself later we'll see. There is this instance of Prithu Maharaj, who will take birth to set right dharma, and then there is an instance wherein he is opposed by Indra. So Prithu Maharaj was attempting to do the 100th Ashwamedha Yajna. Indra somehow felt threatened and he wanted to stop the Ashwamedha Yajna. So he tried, he stole the horse, the first instance, then the second instance. So it went on, several times it went on like that. So he's not supposed to do that because King Prithu, being a representative of the Lord and being a Shaktiavesh avatar of the Lord. So, but Indra started opposing him and then stealing the horse from the Ashwamedha sacrifice. And in the garb of a sannyasi, Indra was every time coming in a different robe of a renunciant. Sometimes adding some stick, sometimes adding some tilak marks. So many ways it is explained. So he was imitating a advanced spiritualist. Then he could have access to the yajna wherever it is happening, and then steal the horse. That's what he was doing. So every time Maharaj Prithu's son, Vijita, I think his name, Prithu's son, Vijitashva, whatever, So another great personality. He used to chase Indra and recapture the horse and bring it back. Every time he used to take it. But it is said, but Indra, he was not punishing Indra. Even though Indra is offender, Indra is stolen the horse of sacrifice. So the horse was brought back, but he was leaving Indra. He would not harm him like that. Because he always considered, he's a higher personality. It's not my duty or it is not my thing to interfere and punish or take action against such a superior personality. He always had that feeling. So it went on several times and finally Prithu Maharaj himself wanted to take action. So anyway, so that there we see how a younger personality, a junior personality is being subservient, is being submissive to a higher personality. He did not, even though the higher personality, upper personality is in a faulty position, he did not take action. Anyway, the instance goes on later. Indra is very pleased by the activity of Prithu's son. Jai, Shri Gaunita ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So, many instances like this. So, younger persons are subservient. We hear the instance of Yudhishthir Maharaj. The perfect personality, personification of religion, Dharmaraj. So, we don't find an instance wherein he is fighting, quarreling with Dhritarashtra. Even that instance where he was forced to take part in a gambling match. He requested, he said, I don't want to participate in this, but because it's your order, your superior personality, even though I am not competent, I will take part. So that was how the whole gambling match, the Rasat Sabha, later what happened. So Yudhishthir Maharaj Yudhishthir was subservient, was submissive. Of course, finally he won. Even though the war was not desired by him, it was not desired by Arjuna, by the Pandavas, but the Lord desired it. Such a injustice, such a thing. So Krishna doesn't tolerate. But for a short time, for the time being, being a junior personality, he accepted, yes, whatever Dhritarashtra has decided, we'll go ahead. Decided. Then, even after becoming the king, even after he won the war, he did not immediately accept the throne, Maharaj Yudhishthira. Still, he took permission from Dhritarashtra. And he was ordered by Bhishma Pitamaha. Only then he accepted the throne. He did not immediately jump into the throne, okay, I have got my share, I have got my rightful position. He did not do that. And even after becoming the king, later, after he was coronated, still he lived in such a way that Dhritarashtra, every day it is said, he used to go and every day in the morning, he used to go and offer his respects to Dhritarashtra and then seek his guidance for the rule of the kingdom. Because Dhritarashtra has been there for a long time, being an experienced person, and the Yudhishthira Maharaj was offering his etiquette, his respects, and then taking his advice. So much so, Dhritarashtra forgot all the animosities and he started feeling as if he is again the king. Like that. It was like Yudhishthira Maharaj took care of his own life. So anyway, this is all instances we hear wherein great devotees, perfect personalities, they are perfect in their dealings also, social dealings. So sometimes we hear otherwise the instances wherein this was not done, this kind of an activity, it was not done, and there was another kind of a reaction, like we hear about Lord Brahma's instance. So Lord Brahma is not an ordinary personality, but sometimes we hear that the creation, time of creation, sometime he ran after his daughter. So he was attracted. Power of Maya. Maya is very powerful. It will make a fool out of us. Brahma is not an ordinary personality, but still as a teaching for us and many other things the Lord arranged that Brahma became infatuated. So it is said in that instance when Brahma was infatuated, first of all there was this his own sons, some great sages who were there. They not his own, what are these people? Yeah. These people, they saw Brahma. Oh, Brahma, what has happened? Brahma is not supposed to be the activity of Brahma, but what he's doing now. So seeing his action, it is said they laughed, they giggled, they were like, oh, Brahma is running there. It's how it happens. We see somebody is not in proper standard, we sometimes make a joke, we sometimes laugh, So they started doing something like that. It is said because of that activity, then they had to become the sons of Kalanemi, first of all, something like that. First of all, they had to become sons of Hiranyakashipu. Anyway, they had to take a demonic birth. Those 6 sons. नहीं, मैं this instant में क्या बोल रहा हूँ, वो ब्रह्मा जी के पास ऊपर वो हंसे, सांसने के बाद वो 6 बच्चे दे वो हिरण्यकशिपु का नहीं something. Then Kamsa ka, I think Kalanemi was another demon. So they became his children. And that time they sided with the Devatas. Then Hiranyakashipu cursed them. You will be killed by your own father. So then that Kalanemi became Kamsa. So then they became the same children, 6 sons. They became the sons of Devaki. So then the Kalanemi demon who has become Kamsa, he Hare Krishna. So he killed them. So they were actually great people, great sages, but because of this seeing the action of Brahma and laughing at the action of Brahma, they became demons. And then again, they had to be killed, like that. And in that instance, we see that Lord Shiva is in a higher position, superior position. He ran after Brahma to kill him. So for Lord Shiva, it was appropriate. It was not a wrong thing. But for those people, it was wrong. Because they are subordinate and their position is lesser. So it is not their duty to correct the higher personality, Brahma. So it became an offense for them. And because of the offense, they had to take a demoniac birth. For two consecutive births, one birth at least. One birth was a demoniac birth. No, anyway, that we associate with the demons, so many things. So we hear. Anyway, so this instance, continuing to this instance, Vidura is saying, generally the citizens should not insult. They should, because the king is supposed to be, he is in a higher position, he is very influential, he is the maintainer of the citizens, and he is the representative of the Lord. He is called Naradeva, God in human form. And also here it is said it is Narayana himself. Narayana. So Brahmanas here took action against Maharaj Hanga. Not Maharaj Hanga, Maharaj Vena. Because Maharaj Vena was so sinful. They gave him a chance. Initially, they gave him a chance. They appointed him to rule the kingdom. Even though they had seen his nature, they gave him one more chance. But after repeated such failures, finally he was removed. Maharaj Vena was cursed and he was killed. So we will hear this instance more details. So it's also said about general duties like Shudra. The Shudra should be very faithful to the master. His master may not be perfect personality. Still it is said, one by nature is a Shudra. He should be faithful to the master. Anyway, Kali Yuga, one way we are all Shudras, Kalo Shudra Sambhava. This one. And it is also a general principle, general thing that whenever you accept a leader, things goes on nicely. If you accept a leader and follow the leader, even though sometimes it may be that the decision or the thing may be wrong, but the principle of following is always good. Always good. Things will happen. Otherwise, things will not happen. Like today, it's democracy. Nobody is able to take any clear decision. Otherwise, king used to take a decision and it used to go forward in one line. Democracy means people are simply fighting, simply quarreling. No decisions, nothing will happen. So it's always a better system. The system of king. But not only king is autocratic. We see here, king is advised by the sages. For that, there is a group. And they are not ordinary people, the great sages, great brahmanas. They are intelligent people, conversant with the Shastra. So they are advising. So that is a better system. So there is a combination of king is there and there is a discussion, there is an assembly. Not just blind autocracy. So it is there. Vipra Dharma Achyuta Ashraya. Say Yudhishthira Maharaj is following the Brahmanas, is following the Dharma, what is given by the Vedic scriptures, and then Achyuta, Lord is there, Lord's direction. So we hear another instance of this Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit Maharaj, such a great king. There is an instance of the Brahmana's son, Shringi, who became influenced by Kali, and he cursed the king. So he should not have done. Not an ordinary king, Parikshit Maharaj, such a great king, descendant of the Pandavas, grandson of Arjuna. So for him to insult, for him to curse, that was very wrong. So then it is said later Kali Yuga could exert its influence. Till Parikshit Maharaj was there, Kali Yuga could not do anything. Even though Krishna has left the planet that way, Parikshit Maharaj by his influence, he could keep the Kali Purusha at bay. We see the instance where he is punishing the Kali Purusha. So Kali Purusha asks him, where can I stay? He says, you can stay in the 4 places where meat eating happens, intoxication happens, illicit sex happens, gambling happens. But Kali Purusha could not find a place where these things are happening. Anywhere he could not find. That means such a perfect kingdom. The king is so strong, these things will not happen. So he said, Prabhupada gives the example of a king of Kashmir. It was so strong, the whole rule, that there was no dishonesty, there was no theft, even 100 years back. Because the king used to be so strong, the punishments used to be so strong, that a thief, what is the punishment? Hands will be cut off. So if one person finds that, then another person is very, any thief will be, oh, my hands will be cut off. So such stringent punishment is required. So Manu Samhita has so many things like that. When murderer is killed, life for life, death penalty. So these are all there. So this is needed. This is needed. Otherwise, things are difficult. So Parikshit Maharaj being such a perfect ruler, there was no place for Kali Purusha to stay. So finally Kali Purusha asked, give me at least something more, some other place I can stay. Finally he gave the place wherever gold is there. A lot of gold is collected. A lot of money is there. Then all that the things follow. All our diversions, distractions, sense gratification, everything will come. If we are in difficulty and poverty, that way poverty is a better thing. So then now Krishna, we become humble, we are rich. Janma Ishware Shruta Shrivir Edamana Madha Puma Naivarati Abhidatum Vai Tvam Akinchana Gochara. If all these things are there, oh, nice Janma is there, nice wealth is there, Aishwarya, Janma Ishwara Shruta, education, then beauty, we become mad, we become proud, unnecessary. So anyway, finally he was given, Parikshit Maharaj was given the place in the gold where he can stay. Yeah. So that is where you can stay. So that is how it is. So that's an instance wherein a subordinate insulted the king, criticized the king, and the effect was not good. The Kali Yuga began that way. So that should not happen. We hear even the instance, Lord Rama was criticized by one low class person that his wife, she has left him and he has allowed her to come back, Mother Sita. Correct? Then Lord Shiva Rama was going around touring how the citizens are feeling. He found this one instance. It was one instance, that's all. Not a general thing what is going on. But as an ideal personality, the Lord was playing the part of ideal personality. He was showing how a king should have the perfect confidence of the people. Without the confidence of the people, he will not rule. Even before he accepted the throne, coronation, Lord Rama said, are my subjects going to follow Varnashrama Dharma? Only then I will accept the throne. His brother Bharata asked, you accept the throne? So he said, no, whether your subjects will follow. Because without them following that Dharma, wherein there is a cooperation between Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, the particular proper coordination, proper cooperation, things will not work. So the respect should be there, mutual respect, everything. So when the citizens were there ready, Bharat Maharaj said, yes, Bharata, Lord Rama's brother said, yes, they will follow. Then Lord Rama accepted the throne. But later on, one instance where that one person when his wife had left him and came after a few days, he said, am I Lord Rama to accept you? Okay, criticizing Lord Rama's actions. So Lord Rama sent away Sita Devi. That's all Leela of the Lord, but this is how the king, the subjects, they are not supposed to do like. But now in the democracy, everybody has a comment on the king, on the politics. Everybody wants to interpret, everybody wants to give this one. Actually, this is not proper system. It's not required at all. What is the business? One place Srila Prabhupada says, what the people have to do, whether it is Maharaj Yudhishthira or Maharaj Duryodhana. They just want to see things are peaceful. They are not busy or coming to the battlefield and fighting and taking part in politics. Whoever comes, they have to pay the tax. And they expect the protection from the king. But now where is the protection from the so-called king? The government wants to loot. They want to find the ways and means to loot the property of the people by different taxes, this tax, that tax, so many taxes. Previously kings were not like that. Kings used to collect tax, but whenever required they used to give it back. In emergency, the king used to have treasury resources to support the citizens. So now where it is? Okay, the government is not in that situation, not a sound situation. So when they are not able to give that protection, it is said, why they are taking tax? They cannot give the protection. So it's a topsy-turvy system. Anyway, Srila Prabhupada always used to say, so you all become Bhagavatas, now it's a democracy. All of us should become devotees, Bhagavatas, and you elect a Mahabhagavata. Because it's a democracy, somebody should be elected. So he said, you elect a Mahabhagavata. And sometimes he also says, anybody wants a vote, we should ask him first whether you are following Bhagavad Gita, whether you are a devotee of Krishna. Then only we give them the vote. But if they don't believe in Krishna, if they don't have respect for Bhagavad Gita, then what is the point of occupying, being a leader? A real leader means, Bhagavatam says, who can deliver his dependents. Don't become king, don't become leader, don't become father, don't become husband, don't become mother. It says, Guru na sasyat, Pita na sasyat, Janani na sasyat, Namo chayetya samupetam mrityu. If we are not able to liberate our dependents from the cycle of birth and death. So unless I am liberated, how I can liberate my dependent? A guru, a father, a mother, a public leader, king. How it is possible. So this is an instance where Vidura is saying that as a subject, there is no question of insult for the king. But here we hear the instance of the sages cursing the king to death. Is cursed to death. Anyway, this is happening in history repeatedly. We see so many kings or so-called kings or leaders. At one time, they are supported by their subjects. But later on, finally, their own subjects kill them. Mussolini, the dictator in Italy. Then whatever Hitler, one time in the Germany, so he had to save himself by consuming poison. Or Jojo, whatever I think in Prabhupada talks about that. Japan he was maybe the army chief during Second World War or whatever. So they were all killed like that. Their own people are killing. Now we hear one instance in the neighboring country. So their own president, prime minister is being driven away. The people have rebelled and they have run away from there. They have to run away. Pakistan, we heard somebody was in military. So he also had to leave. So many, it keeps happening. The history keeps repeating itself. It keeps repeating itself. And Srila Prabhupada writes a letter to Gandhiji. He says, at least now you give up politics. Because there is a time for everything. A Varnashrama system, there is a time. At an elderly age, we should become completely involved in the spiritual life. But now they stick to their post. So Srila Prabhupada is writing, better you preach Bhagavad Gita. You have so much influence to Gandhiji. So many of the world over people respect you. If you actually speak the correct Bhagavad Gita, people will follow you. It will be a great contribution, great service to the Lord. Srila Prabhupada said, you come kindly, we will discuss, we will share this knowledge and then you can propagate. So Srila Prabhupada was ready to give the credit to Gandhi. He did not want that I will go and preach, I will make a revolution in the thing, nothing. Srila Prabhupada thought, already this person is in such a dignified, whatever respected position in society, then people will hear him. So Srila Prabhupada gave him a chance. He wrote letters. He wrote letters to Nehru, he wrote letters to Sardar. So many we have, the Rajendra Prasad, Radha Krishna, so many, all these so-called leaders at the top. So Srila Prabhupada did communicate to them, trying to involve them in this activity. But somehow they were not interested. They thought this is not the way. And in instance of Gandhi, Prabhupada writes, you will meet an inglorious death. That means he was predicting the future, what will happen. Because his own followers were finding that he is not leading us properly. So this is going to happen. So-called materially, somebody wants to lead, somebody wants to make an adjustment, this will never work out. Only spiritually, something can stay. Srila Prabhupada, the Acharya, is a perfect leader. The whole ISKCON movement, so many great devotees, so many sannyasis accept him, follow him, his disciples, his grand disciples. Because he has given something spiritual, the Krishna consciousness. So this is the real leadership. Otherwise, so-called material leadership is going to fail. There is going to be a revolution, there is going to be everything finished. So coming back to the point, otherwise the general principle here we are hearing that a junior personality, it doesn't rebel like that. General principle. But see, instances, situations, some emergency, things will happen. Things will take its course. Finally, Krishna is in control. Krishna is in control. Acharya Prabhupada is in control. The movement. Srila Prabhupada also has given us the base means in our own movement, how we live with the devotees, our seniors, our temple president, GBC. It's a big society. Our gurus, Shiksha gurus, various Shiksha gurus, how we deal with them. Not that we take the sword or we take the this one. There is a way, Srila Prabhupada, Acharya is there, how we follow. And Srila Prabhupada says, automatically it will be corrected. If even anything, something, sometimes we see some discrepancy here and there. So he says, it will be corrected automatically. Because it is under the control of Krishna, it is under the control of the Acharya Prabhupada. So that's why Srila Prabhupada also made a movement wherein a group of devotees, he did not name a single person that now we will take over charge like that. He gave the way of working. There is a committee which works, and under them it works. The different ways of it works. There is a very nice paper also by GBC, Parallel Lines of Authority. Before we take Diksha, we have to read that. ISKCON has made that, Parallel Lines of Authority. Oh, so many lines of authority is there. One is spiritual authority wherein our Shiksha Guru, Diksha Guru, they are all there. Managerial authority, wherein our services are given to us by our seniors, temple commanders, or our particular service leaders, or next president, then GBC. This is called managerial line of authority. Then there is spiritual line of authority. So how we properly harmonize ourselves, cooperate, and then take advantage in a big family, big society. Then it's a big family, it's called society. So very nicely the guidance, the direction is there. So now the whole trend is the modern system is becoming more and more smaller. Previously families also used to be big joint families. They used to live 100 people, 200 people, 500 people. So we cannot even imagine how people were living under 200, 300. Now we are becoming smaller. Nuclear family. Husband, wife, and 1 kid, 2 kids. This is meeting. And even there now, this is a Western value system. Even they cannot stay, husband and wife cannot stay, diverse. It's becoming more and more self-centered, more and more materialistic. But otherwise, actually, it's a huge family. The principle, the Vedic culture is a huge family. And perfect family, perfect is in Krishna consciousness. So we say, Srila Prabhupada built a house in which the whole world can live. It's a big house Srila Prabhupada made. He brought the spiritual world for us. The association of devotees was given. Okay, I think I'll stop this today. Hare Krishna, thank you everybody.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dhamma Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you. Pranam Prabhuji. Hare
I
Krishna
have one
Prabhuji,
question,
Dandavat
Prabhuji.
Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Dandavat Pranam.
Though, Prabhuji, all the saints, they are in the meditative state of Lord Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead used to stay there, and they are always in the meditation. That's why they are soft. But then also saints and sages, why do they curse?
Okay, no, they curse because here in this instance, Maharaj Vena, he was instead of protecting his citizens, he was like a rowdy or whatever. He was saying people to later we'll see the instance. He was asking people to worship him. The king is supposed
Prabhuji,
to.
they are great Vaishnava, so through their association also transformation can take place, na? Then why do they curse? I was thinking about yesterday class and today's class that always you are stressing na Vaishnav association,
Yeah,
Vaishnav
yeah.
Radha. So
Yeah.
sages are great Vaishnav. So when they associate with the kings, the transformation is
Yeah, they
automatic, as
can.
you
Yeah.
said.
Yeah. So I think always Krishna's will is final. Even though the devotees are there, they are wishing, Krishna's will finally takes over. Like we hear even the Duryodhana, that way the Krishna can change the heart of Duryodhana. It's not difficult for Krishna to do that. So still, he gave him chances, different ways, but finally he made a way. It is also said he is also the cause of the war of Mahabharata. Krishna wanted it like that. That instance where Duryodhana is being laughed at by the Draupadi and other queens there. So that made Duryodhana really like very, very challenging and feeling very revengeful. That instance, it is said, Yudhishthira Maharaj wanted to stop that there. He wanted to things make it set right. But Krishna wanted that no, let it happen. Let Duryodhana become more and more agitated. Duryodhana became more and more revengeful. It should become like that. And I allowed that the ladies in the palace, they should have a nice laugh when Duryodhana had that fall and all. So he stopped the Yudhishthira. He said, let them laugh, but stop it. Let Duryodhana feel more and more insulted. So finally the Lord's will is there. The Lord, not only it's an instance wherein that particular moment things happen, but later it's a big lesson for us. That Krishna said, if required, violence is also important. The Mahabharata war is an act of violence. Krishna wanted that for later time to be shown. For the upkeep of dharma, violence is also necessary. Many, many reasons are there. And of course, we hear Duryodhana was also, he achieved one way, liberation. So Lord blessed him. It's not that Duryodhana lost anything. Materially, okay. Materially, we see in this world something up and down. But spiritually, nobody is at loss. Whatever happens by the will of or by the act of the Lord or the act of the devotee is ultimately beneficial. That is why we always, as a senior, when something is there, criticism is there or curse is there, we take it as a blessing. It's difficult to practice, but it's austerity. We hear in Bhagavad Gita, there is the austerity of mind, austerity of body, austerity of speech. So like that, it's an austerity of speech to not insult the seniors, to be respectful to the seniors. It's difficult to practice. We immediately retort, we immediately become agitated. So it's austerity as sadhakas we have to practice.
Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Dandavat pranam.
Hare Krishna. So thank you everybody. We'll end the class here. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
जय
वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। ग्रंथराज
की जय
जय।
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.